7 years old.
I'm Maddie and I'm 14 years old.
Our father was 54 when he was diagnosed.
So how is he doing right now?
Good, but he loses a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he loses lots of things.
What does he lose?
Like,
Phone
he'll lose
and his iPod.
Yeah.
And his wallet.
And when he does lose stuff, he blames me for it. And I know he can't help it, but it's really hard sometimes because I keep telling him and he keeps forgetting, and it's like a cycle. You have to stop and help him do something instead of like just going through your day, which you would normally have to do. But at the same time, it's kind of nice because like I get to help him and I feel like I'm helping him, not just doing it because I have to. I know you know that he can't help it, and I know he frustrates you or whoever it is, but he still loves you and he always will.
It can happen to anybody.
Yeah, and it's not just us. There's more people who are like this, in the same situation and stuff, so.
I'm Alex Meyer, 23 years old. My mom's name was Betsy Meyer, and she battled Alzheimer's for about 9 years, starting at age 46. It impacted my life. I'd say it definitely made me take stock of what was important. It was when I was like 13, 14, and so I was starting to just rebel for stupid reasons. And once I found out what was going on and where it eventually would go, that it was a terminal disease and would just keep getting worse and worse, it made me realize that it wasn't worth fighting over. And so really it made my family much more important to me. I went to a support group once with my dad. My dad went to a lot of them. My mom actually went to a lot of them too. There was an early stage memory loss support group. I've seen what these support groups have done for my dad and the community that they've built for him, and as an extension built for our family.
Hans Visser, 41. My mother, Suzanne Visser, she was diagnosed when she was 59. That has pretty much transformed our relationship. We see each other at least once a week. Before this, maybe every 2 months. Obviously, it makes you think about things that you're pretty comfortable not thinking about. It's mortality, and instead of being some hypothetical thing that'll just sort of happen at some point in the future, it's become more of a coherent journey. The resources that I've used are the sorts of things that it's not something you could purchase privately, because it's not talking to some professional and simply answering questions, but the value of it is to, again, be with other people in a similar situation, to share stories, to commiserate, to listen to other actual people and actual situations and have some idea of what to expect and what kind of things actually happen.
I'm Kathy Faulkner. I'm 44. My mother, Mildred Faulkner, was diagnosed at about the age of 63, 64, though we saw many of the signs of Alzheimer's before she was officially diagnosed. The word I would use is I lost a lot. I lost my mom. I lost her twice. I watched her disappear into this disease, and then ultimately lost her when she passed. I think I made the first phone call probably a day or two after my mom was diagnosed. I called the helpline at the local chapter. I didn't know where to start, didn't know what to do. It's pretty overwhelming. And the person that answered the phone was kind and compassionate, very caring about where I was and where I was about to go, and very eager to provide me with the information I needed to get started. I would ask people to support the Alzheimer's Association, the programs, be it raising a paddle or sending in a donation. because I'm them. You don't have to look very far. You're not far from the disease. And I hope that you don't have to experience the disease firsthand, but I wouldn't have made it through without the programs.
My name is Calvin West, and I'm 63 years old. My mother's name is Dorothy West, Dorothy Bell West, Southern Bell, and I would say in her latter 70s to early 80s she was diagnosed. One sacrifice that stands out the most is I resigned my position with the Kent School District. I was realizing that I need to spend more time with her in the morning to help her get oriented. There were times she wouldn't take her medicine, vitamins, etc., wouldn't eat properly. So quite often I was actually late leaving the house. 3 times I was pulled over by the state trooper, and each time they had mercy on me. And then I just realized, Lord, I think you're trying to tell me something. What's really more important? Caring for somebody who really needs me, who helped bring me into this world, brought me into this world. You know, charity starts at home, and I can always get another job. I just felt that was more important. My initial help, when I first was getting some help, was from the Alzheimer's Association itself. The counseling that I initially got was very crucial. I used to attend some of the support groups. Part of the help is being able to share your own experience with others. In other words, not just receiving, but also giving and sharing. And that's an important part. It's like therapy almost.
The best advice is to talk to people who have the expertise, because the more you learn, the more able you are to cope. That's a big part of what the Alzheimer's Association's mission is. Today there are wonderful resources available. We have this tremendous need for help. It's affecting our community so incredibly that it's just hard to fathom. So for those of us who can, it's really, really important that we open both our hearts and our billfolds to this horrible illness and make sure that our communities and our fellow citizens are getting the help they need through the Alzheimer's Association.
My generation needs your support.
My generation needs your support.
My generation needs your support.